It has been two countries which have always done well.
And here comes Stevens.
Could you explain, for somebody who wouldn't know, the rivalry between the USA and Jamaica?
It's always US versus Jamaica. Both countries always cover their basic game.
As an American athlete, you know that against Jamaica, there's only one success, and that's winning. There's so much pride from both sides. It's bragging rights.
And here comes Fraser.
This is who you want to be.
Streaming giant Netflix launched earlier this month their track and field docuseries called Sprint, the world's fastest humans. Now, it's a 6-part docuseries and it features the fastest in the world, including our very own, of course, Shericka Jackson, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and Elaine Thompson. It did up. Very interesting. Now, also alongside our very own track and field stars, we had international stars such as Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson, Zarnell Hughes, and Marcel Jacobs. Now we got a look into their 2023 season leading up to the World Championships in Budapest. We got to see some of the behind the scenes of their everyday training as well as the places they went to. Also, their mindsets. They shared some of their internal struggles, and we were able to see up close some of the different connections and communications between or among athletes. Now, the first episode started off good with the different athletes having their one liners and so forth to pull you into the series. By the second episode, though, I was drawn to it because we got to see the shift to Jamaica's rich history and dominance in sprinting. Now, the second episode is titled Queens. It traces a legacy from Merlene Ottey to the current crop of sprint queens. The episode highlights how Jamaica has become the country to beat, with the United States often being their fiercest competitor. The episode showcases the immense pressure Jamaican athletes face, not just from international competition, but also from the high expectations of their own nation. So, Shericka did speak about having somewhat of a mental breakdown. That blunder during Olympics, some moment many Jamaicans remember, and it severely affected Shericka because she knew that she made an error. And it cost her dearly. I think it was mentioned that a few years ago, no one was really talking about Shericka. No, she is one of the top athletes. Everybody rave about her, and everybody is looking forward to her medaling this year and probably taking the gold for Jamaica in possibly both events. Now in Queens, they zoom in on Sha'Carri and Shericka as they were having the fiercest season or the events that they had leading up to Budapest. We got a glimpse into their 2023 seasons. We saw a bit about Sha'Carri and what she went through when the world and Americans came down on her because she wasn't performing. She had a lot going on. People were saying that, she didn't know how to handle the media and so forth. But look at Sha'Carri now. She has grown tremendously. So Queens was a pretty good episode. Now we won't give you too much. We don't want to put too many spoilers in there as you may want to watch it yourself. But it's something to definitely watch. I guess I can say this because it happened already, but the episode also recounts the race where Sha'Carri beat Shericka on her birthday, and that was a significant moment for Sha'Carri, proving that she could compete at the highest level. Now, despite this setback, the Jamaican camp remained confident, demonstrating the resilience and sportsmanship that have become hallmarks of Jamaican sprinters. Shericka reflections on the race, her readiness to face competitors at their best, and the guidance she receives from her coach underscore the mental toughness required in this sport. They spoke about Jamaicans not recognizing silver and bronze anymore. Jamaica is all for the goal, and the standards that we have set it pretty high. We want champions based on what they're saying in the series. And you can't blame the fans because it's the nature of the sport. As they say in the series as well, nobody really run to come second and third. Not really. Them want win. Them want the goal. Them want the winnings. Now the series continues to showcase other fierce competitors like Noah Lyles and Zarnell Hughes, and we learn a bit about Zarnell Hughes and his upbringing, and also his drive, what drove him to try to become the best sprinter possible. We heard about he being called Plastic Brit, and some of the challenges that he faced migrating from one country. I think he migrated from Anguilla, and he touched on that a little bit. You hear about the athletes' parents, some of them not coming from much. Shelly-Ann Fraser mentioned that, coming from Waterhouse, coming from poverty, her mom drilling her that track and field was her way out. She definitely took that advice seriously because look at her, the most decorated female athlete and the greatest for many. Now we also saw Elaine Thompson. She got a little section of the sprint series where she spoke about, just the great accomplishments that she had achieved along with her coach. And then she moving away from her coach and having her husband as her coach. So that segment was also interesting, especially for those who don't know. You get to learn a little bit more about what happened in that period. Now you also get to see some of the races from that, some of the significant races from that period. It was sad to see Elaine not make it to the World Championships all over again. Some of the races were so enthralling. You got goosebumps. Even though I personally watched them last year, it was like I was watching them all over again. I mean, for the first time. It was really good. The camera work and, the music and so forth coming together to create that thrilling moment. Now, a crucial part of the series is dedicated to the impact of the MVP track club and its coaches, particularly Stephen and Paul Francis. Their training program have produced an extraordinary number of champions, cementing MVP as one of the most successful track and field groups globally with over 130 medals. It was good to hear the coach speak, even though, some of them never spoke that much. There are some of them pretty quiet, but you get some insight, some info. To conclude, for Jamaica, sprinting is not just a sport. It is a source of national pride and identity. The stories of these athletes, their dedication, and the high expectation they face resonated deeply with the Jamaican people. As we watch these athletes on their journey to Paris Olympics, we are reminded of the legacy they're continuing and the new heights they're striving to reach. So yeah, it is definitely timely. It is something to watch as we await the track and field events to begin. It reminds us of some of the moments that we might have forgotten or gotten a little blurry of the 2023 series. It makes us appreciate track and field, the Jamaican spirit, the winnings even more. And it's okay. It reminds you that we have high standards and it's okay to have high standards and keep it there so because of the legacy, because of those who came before our current top sprinters such as Merlin Arty, Dean Hemmings, Arthur Wint, even though Arthur Wint is a longer distance, but those who set the foundation for our present Jamaican greatness in sprinting. It would probably be a great disrespect if we don't take those sacrifices, if we took those sacrifices for granted and not try to push and keep the standard and keep Jamaica at the top, right? So we recommend you to watch Sprint on Netflix. It was worth the watch. And we are even more excited about the athletes in Paris 2024 for the Olympics to see how well they will perform but nonetheless, we're cheering all the way, knowing that it's never easy being an athlete with all the training that they have to do, the different pressures that they face, being a public figure, you know, and their own personal lives. So we definitely rate them even more after watching Sprint. Alright, so that's it for now, guys. Trying to keep it short. Hope we gave you enough information. And if you watched it, what do you think of Sprint? Tell us in the comments. We would love to hear your opinions about it. We have more videos coming your way as we count down to our track and field events. We'll also keep you informed of the other events that happen, so that you can be in the know. That's it for now. Have a blessed night. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And, fly the Jamaican flag high. We're proud to be Jamaicans every day. Bless up. Always.